What's happening, everyone? It's Peter Waitzman, founder of Expedition Money, and I want to talk to you today about having a money mindset. Now, this has come up a number of times, and I have been to some trainings about building a money mindset. I have been told by people to have a money mindset. And as I earned more money in my career, one of the things that I realized is that having a money mindset can be valuable. And it's not just money, but having that mindset to be able to do anything. As I've coached people, whether it's been people in school looking at their first career, or people who are getting into YouTube, or people who are starting their small businesses, or whatever it might be, I have thought a lot about mindset along the way and how to help people build that mindset to give them the best chance at success. Now, one thing I do want to say here is that having a money mindset does not guarantee that you will have money, nor does it mean that if you don't have a money mindset, you won't have money. There are definitely people, millionaires, very successful people, very rich people who I would say don't really have a money mindset. For example, you might have a mantra that you'll just never have any money, and a rich aunt or uncle might just leave you a bunch of money, or you might be part of a lottery pool of work that wins a lot of money, or you may be employed by a company that ends up going public or gets acquired, and you might end up becoming very wealthy because of a partial ownership stake you might have. So these things do not guarantee anything, but I certainly think they will help. And what it really comes down to me is having a belief and confidence in yourself so that you can start pursuing some of these things. Now, I think having a money mindset or a mindset to do anything is sometimes overcomplicated. And I want to explain my process and my thinking of how I help people get that money mindset, because I think in some ways it can be pretty simple. So one of the things that I don't do is just tell people to have a money mindset. What I don't necessarily just try to convince people of is you have the talent, the skills, the ability, all of these things, and just repeat it so that they believe it. There are some people who will hear an affirmation or a mantra enough times that they will believe it. But the problem is they may actually believe something intellectually, but they don't understand it. They don't feel it in their hearts. And so just because I tell you, hey, you're going to make a lot of money, you're going to be successful, you're going to get a promotion, and even if I tell that to you over and over again, at some point you may believe it, but you haven't experienced it. You don't feel it. You may be able to repeat it with conviction because you do believe it, but none of this is really familiar to you. You're saying it because you've been programmed to. So when I tell people that they can do something, that they can earn money, that they can start a business, that they can be successful at it, that they can do sales or get that promotion or become a leader in their company, become a content creator, become a board member of a company, whatever it is, I generally have 4 phases that I want to get them through. So the first one is the I don't know if I can do it. And let me use some different examples here. So if I tell people that you are going to be able to start a business and make money on the side, and you've never done that, you've just held down a regular 9-to-5 job, and you say, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I have the time. I don't know if I have the skill. I don't know if I have the willpower to be able to do that. That's all natural because you've never done it before. So as I'm working with people or coaching them or mentoring them, what I want to do is get them to the second phase here, which is the I think I can phase. So what I'll do is I'll add more specific information around it. I'll say, hey, this is how we're going to set up your small business or your sole proprietorship. This is how we're going to bookkeep your expenses and your income. This is what I want you to do in terms of marketing and promoting your company. This is what I want you to do in terms of billing for it. The more visual, the more detailed that I can make that picture and lay it out for you, the more you can see what that path is, the more real it is. So if I'm going to take you on a hike on a mountain and I tell you, hey, we're going to drive up this road, we're going to park in this field here, and then there are a number of carved in steps into the hillside that we're going to walk up to get to the trailhead, and then the trailhead is going to be gravel for some part of it, and then we're going to hit switchbacks. And I paint this picture, you know what to expect, and you can say, hey, that sounds like something I can do. But if you don't have any context, it's hard to say, hey, I feel like I can do that. I'm definitely comfortable with that, or I'm not comfortable with that. So I want to move you from the I don't think I can to the I think I can by painting that picture and adding as much information and context. The third phase here is the I did it phase. And so what I want to do is walk you through getting all these things set up here, getting your business set up, getting the marketing done, finding your first prospect, walking them through the sales process, converting them from a prospect to a sale, invoicing them, getting paid, and actually starting that business. And so just getting over the hurdle of that first client or that first piece of business, that moves us from the phase of I think I can to the phase of I did it. And the benefit of that is now you know not only the whole process and all the details, and now you've seen not just the high level and the strategic stuff, but what it really takes and how much time you spent on these things and what resources you really needed. And the beauty of getting to this third phase of I did it is that your mentality has changed there. So instead of being in that first phase of I don't know if I can, I don't think I can, you are now at the phase of I did it. It wasn't that hard. It was something that was within my skill set. I have the power and capability to do that. And because of that, that phase turns into I know I can. It's a little bit of the little engine that could story here, but the fact that you've gone from I don't know if I can to I did it and I know I can do it again, now it becomes easier. And now instead of me telling you to have a money mindset, you have the money mindset because of the experience, because we painted the picture and added context. You walked through it, you did it, you had that first success, and now you can replicate that again. And so I don't have to convince you to have the money mindset. You have the money mindset because I have walked you through it. And that's really a big piece of Expedition Money, is that this is not a tell you program. This is a show you program. This is a program that says, hey, if you want to get into real estate investing, I will show you how to do that. I'll show you how to set up an LLC. I'll show you how to bookkeep some of these things. I'll explain what mortgages are available and how you might get financing, or how much money you might have to have down, or how you might use hard money, and how to evaluate properties and how to determine how much it will cost to renovate, or whatever it might be. We'll help paint the picture so that instead of telling you that you should have a money mindset or that you should be a real estate investor, I will show you what that looks like, help you walk you through the process for the first time so that you will have that success and experience under your belt, so that you will have that money mentality, so that you will have that investor mentality, not because I told you to or that you had to be convinced to have that mindset. You will have that mindset because of the experience and the success. And because you have that, you'll be able to replicate it. For example, let me tell you a true story here. I work with some people who are starting up YouTube channels. I call them YouTubers. And sometimes these people are just worried about being content creators. They're in the I don't know if I can do it phase. They're in the phase of I don't know if I can actually become a content creator. And what I do is I just have them record something, not to even share it, but put the camera in front of them, press record, speak their mind about a topic or something that they're an expert on. Just record that. And maybe they'll record 2 or 3 pieces of content before they feel like they have something to share, and then they'll put that out there. And they'll go from the I don't know if I can to I think I can do this. They'll put out some more content. And in fact, a friend of mine was worried about putting out content, and he put out 1 piece of content. I said, hey, let's take our time. Let's take a breath here. Why don't you record another piece of content when you're comfortable with it? It took several months before a second piece of content was recorded. But then once he got the hang of it, he not only recorded several pieces of content a week, but he even got to recording several pieces of content a day. And I asked him, are you a content creator now? And his answer was very quick. Yes, he's a content creator. He's been creating a lot of content. And the reality is, I didn't have to convince him to have the mindset of a content creator. I just helped walk him through the process of making content and then experiencing that, walking him through the phase of, I think I can do it. I did do it. And now I know I can do it. And now if you were to ask him if he's able to make content, there's no question about it. He has the mindset of a content creator, not because I work so hard to create the mindset, but to me, walking people through visualizing, experiencing, and having success at something creates the mindset. So I focus on working on a process to get people over the hurdle of doing something for the first time. And that's how I approach helping people get into the mindset of making money or being a creator or being an entrepreneur or a business person or successful in their job or contributor to their family or their community. David Adele, famed golf instructor and club maker, said that's where confidence comes from. Thinking you're going to do something and then have it happen. The mindset will come once you do something and have success at it. So to me, instead of telling people or instructing people to have the money mindset, I help people achieve something first to create their money mindset. That's one of the things that I do in the program, as well as many more. So I look forward to having you join me there. I'll see you later.